We're proud to announce the world release of our perfume brand, Olfactive Traveller.
This is Pelle Viola, a celebration of Florence. And for me, the scent profile was easy to capture. Kevin, a bit more complex. I'd been traveling to Italy for many years now, and Florence was always a destination that I would go to. So when we decided to create a fragrance to celebrate Florence, it was so easy for me. I knew the core ingredients.
For me, it was the first city that I had landed in, first time in Italy. You gotta imagine the small Asian boy who grew up in a small town here, never traveling Europe, and Italy was my first ever country in Europe. And Florence was the city that we landed in because we were shooting some episodes with a local perfume brand there.
This boy was in love. It's like he just discovered something, which you did for the very first time.
Yeah.
It was exciting for me because now I'm reliving this, what I felt.
The wonder and awe again.
Yeah, and seeing it through Kevin's eyes. Yeah. So I knew that this was an important one for you.
It was really important to get the image of the Duomo. It was the first cathedral that I've ever seen that really left me speechless. During the day, when running around and filming, I caught glimpses of it. And at night after dinner, I remember you and Sandra, we said goodbye, and then I was FaceTiming my wife, sitting in front of the Duomo where there was only maybe 5 or 6 locals around. It was probably 11 or 12 o'clock at night. And I remember just looking at the building and I told her, I have to walk up to it and just touch it.
I remember when he told me this, I'm like, it's a structure, brother. It's made of marble.
For me, like, standing back and looking at the Duomo in all its beauty, it's a building that it looks like it's been made out of paper mache or like it's a painting.
Right.
It doesn't look real.
Right.
And so I went up there and I touched it and I was like, oh my, this is insane.
And how do you capture this, this iconic,
For me, not so
the
much
Renaissance,
about capturing not so much the Duomo itself, but just what it represents.
Right.
The beauty of this iconic city.
Pelle Viola. Here we go. Because I feel that Luca Maffei it's gorgeous, has really captured the essence, the beauty, all the things that Kevin shared, but also my part. So my part of the story is that I always buy a leather good when I go to Florence.
Yes. You're actually someone that you really enjoy leather goods and you enjoy getting wear out of it.
Correct.
Like you say, the patina of the leather is actually what you love about leather.
And the second part,
we knew that we needed a perfume that has a floral component to it.
Right.
And what better than to celebrate Iris for the city of Florence.
The iconic coat of arms of Florence is this, and that is the actual iris of the city. When it comes to the fragrance, as we mentioned, we had a clear idea what we wanted. A mixture of this blend between this leathery note, but also the iris. The catch is this: too much leather, animalics, and it becomes a very leather fragrance, and it gets overpowering, and then the iris gets lost. Too much iris, and all of a sudden it's very powdery and
very floral, perhaps a little feminine for everyone.
So how do we find this balance?
And that was a real challenge. It actually took us months and months, many versions for Luca to kind of find that exact balance that we were looking for. We put this in the brief, and for Luca, it was a no-brainer.
It was easy.
For these concepts, he was like, you boys got it right. This is the exact idea that we should go with for Florence. The iris was actually a compound blend.
It was a mixture of Italy, France, and Germany that had been reconstituted into this beautiful iris compound, which was worth about 25,000 euros a kilo. Iris or iris butter is an expensive item.
One of the world's most expensive florals to use in perfumery. It's very labor-intensive flower to harvest. The magic of iris actually lies underground. They let it grow for 2 to 3 years, and when harvesting, you actually have to dry it for another 3 to 4 years. So you can see this journey just to get this magical iris butter.
The iron is between about 8% and 20% at the absolute max.
So that's how chemists and perfumers determine the quality of the iris from the harvest. And when we sat down with him, we thought that we had found it.
We're spraying, he's spraying, we're smelling.
And we actually thought that we were done because the perfume that we had was beautiful. Then it was Luca. He was the one that actually kind of threw in a bit of a curveball.
By the way, since you're celebrating iris in Florence, did you know that we have a farm that we purchased, AFM.
Just that they had just purchased it.
Iris Blue is the farm.
And we didn't know about it.
And he started to tell us about the unique cultivating methods that they have, the type of iris that it is, which was heritage plant from that region, that the ions in this particular plant is actually 22%, has been tested multiple times.
I remember, as Luca was going through all this,
He was selling it to us.
he was selling hard.
He was selling it to us.
And all I was getting next to me, as I was trying to listen to Luca, I was getting this elbow nudge.
I didn't want to show it too much to Luca because I knew that
trying
the
to
way
get
he was winding himself up, I'm like, the original price was 25,000 euros a kilo.
this gonna
So I'm
be?
like, okay, he's going to double it. It's going to be 40,000. But I'm like, I don't care. And I wrote to Kevin.
He wrote, we need to have this. And just as he wrote that, Luca had told us that this harvest of the Iris Palladia, this is 65,000 euros a kilo.
Anyway, it wasn't the number that I thought he was going to say.
We were trying not to have our jaws drop.
But I'm like, we need this. And we need it not only from the fact that it's an iris that comes from Florence itself, it's actually cultivated there. Not only because of the fact that it's something that is unique to AFM, so no one has this but them. They only produce 1.3 ton per annum, and when it's gone, it's gone. And I love that sort of stuff. But this now creates a rich depth, velvety, creamy, powdery.
A lot more complexity
Forget about it.
to it.
Forget about it.
But because of this, because we chose to use Luca's iris in this fragrance, we didn't know if we were going to have it or not. We were at the end of the season.
I need to know how much is left.
And then on the next call was when he confirmed with us that, boys, I've only got enough for 500 bottles.
Most that we can do for 2025
Yeah.
is 500 bottles.
With this fragrance, Pelle Viola, to anyone in the collection that you will receive, we created a certificate of authenticity here. This verifies that your iris in Pelle Viola is iris from the Iris Blue Farm in collaboration with AFM. It does mark your number bottle.
Correct.
So it says here /500, and we're going to hand certify it and handwrite your number.
Correct.
Now, after this collection, we're going to check in with Luca every year. He will determine how much of the harvest that we can have, so how many bottles that we'll know.
Right.
But for 2025, as Marcello said, that there's only limited quantity of 500 bottles.
Correct.
There will be no more from this harvest.
The Iris Blue iris has made the difference. It has given it a lot more of a creaminess, a lot more of that floral element, and it has balance with that leather note. It never goes into suede. It has this wonderful balance between these two.
You'll find in the opening of Pelle Viola actually quite bright with the spices. Cardamom, pink pepper, and then you have a really beautiful saffron there that kind of just adds this 3-dimension.
That's to bring in that leather touch that it has there.
The leather goes quite smoky, just helps with the performance and the projection of this perfume. One that I find has a little bit more of a presence and strong projection, whereas the Dolce Milano, if you watched the episode previously, is one that dries down with a nice kind of creamy sandalwood closer. This one here, the leather really amps it up.
This is one that Sandra, my wife, has been loving to wear. This is one that she will wear, whether it's a day fragrance or an evening fragrance. This is one that I am constantly wearing. Recently, I was traveling interstate. I wore it as my fragrance for the day. A week later, I came back and got back in my car, and I'm like, I'm smelling Pelle Viola. And I'm like, oh, I must be imagining because I'm super excited about the release. As I kept driving, I'm like, I can smell Pelle Viola. and I grabbed the seatbelt at the traffic light and I smelt my seatbelt, and it had transferred from my body through the clothing into the seatbelt. True story. So the presence that the fragrance has, the bones, the strength is absolutely wonderful.
For me, in the Italy collection, this is the perfume that really showcases the artistry of Luca Maffei.
Absolutely.
There's a reason why he won 4 awards.
Yeah.
10th of the 10th, that's the 10th of October. Make sure to mark your calendars, guys. That'll be the worldwide release of Olfactive Traveller. So jump on our website here, enter in your email, and you'll receive the promotion. We've got exclusive offers just for the first 10 days there.
Free delivery anywhere across the world, plus a beautiful gift with purchase.
The next episode, we're covering the final perfume in the collection, one that Marcello and I had a tug of war for months.
I actually was sending him messages from Rome going, you're making a mistake, you're making a mistake.
And I was saying, no, it's gonna be this way. Roma 271. We'll see you on the next episode.